Coming in at number 3 is In the House of Tom Bombadil by C.R. Wiley. I definitely enjoyed this book. I would say that it's a good book. The preface is written by Brad Berzer, who is a professor at my alma mater. In it, he describes the book as a work of deep Christian humanism, and I couldn't agree more. Wiley is a Presbyterian, but he writes like a Catholic. He is insightful without being long-winded. He writes with eminently readable prose. He's dealing with lofty things, but one is still at ease when he's walking you through this poetic meditation, and that poetic meditation is on dominion. Many have speculated as to who Tom Bombadil is in The Lord of the Rings. Speculations of his significance and the meaning of his appearance are varied, and Wiley takes his time to build up to what he thinks Tom Bombadil is or what Tom Bombadil represents. But when he finally does kind of reveal what he thinks, he steps up to the plate and he knocks it out of the park. Wiley says, "I think Tom is the ending, as in a happy ending. What does this have to do with dominion? Well, bless my beard, it's the same thing. In the Bible, God doesn't lay down his dominion when he rests on the seventh day. He enjoys what he has made, and Tom's dominion and his rest amount to the same thing." Wiley goes on to say that this view might be unlikely, or it seems unlikely because we encounter Tom Bombadil at the beginning of the story. But this, Wiley says, is the genius of Tolkien, seeing a glimpse of the end at the beginning. And isn't this the way that God has told the story of redemption? In the book of Genesis, we are constantly seeing glimpses of the end from the beginning, especially in God's dominion rest at creation. Wiley gives this great assessment of Tolkien's Leaf by Niggle to supplement his meditation on dominion. He says, "It's a marvelous story, a consolation for makers, and rather than praising the next world at the expense of this one, Leaf by Niggle produces the opposite effect. It is because the world to come is more real and enduring than our world that our labors in this world matter. The next world infuses this one with meaning because, as the story suggests, in some sense, our works in this world will follow us into the world to come." Wiley rightly notes that Tolkien is careful to distinguish between dominion and domination. Human beings possess power over all the creatures of the world. I suppose you could say we have a ring of power, whether we want it or not. But dominion isn't arbitrary power, at least not originally. In the Christian faith, human dominion is subject to God's dominion, and it is informed by God's law, his moral standard, his holiness. We can't just do as we please. There is so much that is good in this book, we can't cover it all, but I would highly recommend it.